Well, again, some concern on Woodward's face, as you could imagine. He knows how important early points are. Knows how crucial this scrum is.
Crenker getting a bit excited with Vickery.
It's on again in the front row.
Just a free kick here. This is Woodman. Dion coming in over the top. Wilkinson. Cat. And Vickery straight into Palouse. French have to get up quickly as Dawson was shaping for the drop goal to Wilkinson. This is Neil back. Wilkinson now on his right foot. He has done it, and first points for England. 3-0 in the 9th minute. Well, there, the beauty, Tim Horan, of being
well, there's not too many. There's not too many players in the world that can kick a right-footed field goal.
Telling for the French. They've turned over ball in their last 3 scrums, and that's great work from England. And they've got 3 points to show for it.
Well, the defence was waiting for the left foot attempt, but Wilkinson, being ambidextrous, was able to switch sides. So back, and Wilkinson not happy with that kick. He can normally get the same trajectory and distance.
Coming up next Saturday, Premiership Saturday, Manchester United versus Blackburn Rovers from the English Premier League. Kick-off 20:25 Hong Kong time.
Betson held it brilliantly. Serge Betson! Did he get it down? He was short of the line. Then momentum carried him over. Was he able to ground the ball?
Well, the television match official is Queensland and Australian referee Andrew Cole. He did pull up short. The arm rolled it over. It'll be close. What a brilliant break from the line out. He's lunged for it, dropped short. Agonisingly close. There is downward pressure, but was his arm on it, or was it an English one in Richard Hill?
Well, Jason Robertson came from nowhere, and that looks like try time for France.
Well, I'd say he's lost it, and it's Hill's hand, the arm that forced it, but Andrew Cole will have to decide.
He's holding on tight to his chest. And did he get the downward pressure?
That's a valiant effort by Richard Hill.
The other point is that the number 6 is not allowed to leave his feet like that in going in to effect the tackle.
Betson was carrying it in his left hand. It goes down, but I think his right hand comes over, as Hill's does, and both are on it. You watch here, there's Betson's hand. And then Hill comes down. You'll see the hand through the gap on top of the green stripe of the Gilbert ball. And I think you've got to say that's a try, unless it went forward when he transferred it from his left hand.
And because Hill was diving for the ball there and not trying to dive on the player, he is entitled to leave his feet.
And it's wonderful contrast. The different colours of these two players make it quite easy with the ball underneath. Betson, I think, has control.
And it's so important in these occasions as well, such a big occasion, a World Cup semi-final, to have these video referees.
We're taking a long time to extract a result here from Andrew Cole.
Yes, give me a decision. Are we saying he scored a try? Just confirm it is a try. Thanks, Collie.
Serge Betson, the Biarritz bombshell, gets the first 5-pointer of the second semi-final.
Great work. Look, they missed in the line out. The gap opened up. And this guy, Ken Motor, called Le Secateur, the Reaper. He's the one that cleans them out from down low. Known for his defence. This, a brilliant try.
Make it Le Secateur Mal, the Grim Reaper. Bernard Laporte, le Professeur. Bravo. Michalak, leading point scorer in the tournament. He slops them from everywhere, this guy. And it's France in the lead by 7-3.
Well, it was an overthrow by England. They were looking for Delalio, but Serge Betjen couldn't believe his luck.
And just a delayed reaction from Richard Hill at the back of the line out, and that's not surprising when you consider how long he's been out away from the match time. He's had just 60 minutes. That was knocked on by an offside England player, namely the skipper. Referee saying you have to stay bound.
And quick to get onto him, Paddy O'Brien. Martin Johnson does it. Once he lets go, he is still held on by his right hand. He believes he's bound and can reach through after the halfback picks it up. And there's an argument that'd be interesting having on the field.
Well, Martin Johnson is one of the best referees going around at the moment.
And from your posse on the touchline, Tim Horan, how strong is that drizzle?
Well, it's starting to actually really pour with rain now. I think I'll need my flippers soon, so the handling really comes into a factor.
Olivier Magne at the back. Michalak, here they come. Josian, lost ahead. Cohen now. And you can see from the baseball slides of the players, the surface getting very greasy.
Well, that'll favour straight runners. And I think that time that's what Michalak was trying to do, get the ball in behind. And Josian had done all the hard work and just pulling it in. It looked as though he was casual at the last minute. Straight running, bringing the player back inside will trap people on this surface.
Terrific pressure again from the French scrum. So it's a ding-dong go in that set piece, and Delalio having to fight very hard to retrieve the situation. Here's Wilkinson. Arenodiki came through prematurely. England calling for the penalty. The referee said no, play on, it didn't interfere. Brusque coming through here. And that's Lucy. Courage under fire. So Wilkinson hugging the touchline and making sure this time 10 from halfway.
Well, you can see the French, they've got a balanced game plan. Usually in this tournament they've been counter-attacking at every opportunity, but with the rain coming down now, Bruce choose to put the ball up high in front of his forwards, and they've got to throw the line out about 45 metres out.
Dion with the black headgear. Ibanez, who was the skipper at the World Cup 4 years ago.
He's still attached so long as he's got his shoulders on and can stay there. It's great work in front of him by Betson and also Krenka.
Brilliant control by France. Michalak, Josian, Rougerie went without it. Greenwood toes ahead. Michalak first there. Stepped beautifully. And Delalio collared him, literally. 7 from halfway. Tony Marsh making a mess of it. Here's Betson. A few high shots coming in from both sides. And Galtier into open territory. Here comes Rougerie. Robinson just shadows it over the touchline.
Well, you can see the importance of both teams. They know they have to play the game at the other end of the field. Keep the ball in front of their forwards.
The kicking so far from both teams has been poor. And unless you can kick better than they've been doing, the suggestion is you don't.
Quite a strong breeze favouring the French on this side of the field. England now come back with a driving maul, but Vickery managed to keep it in play. Dawson links up with Wilkinson. Here's Robinson. He's met 3 or 4 metres behind the advantage line. Dawson. Penalty for using one of your teammates as a shield. Obstruction is the ruling.
Delalio dumbfounded. Getting a gobful from Martin Johnson. And you can just see him dancing around the man.
Well, that's a tough penalty. Didn't impede the defender at all. Delalio, number 8 for England.
It's 7-3 in favour of France with the kick to come. I agree with you, Tim. I think it was a very tough penalty there. It was Delalio was standing there. He wasn't deliberately obstructing. It was just an accidental situation.
Well, so far it's been the pressure of Haranourtiki, Mania and Betson getting up quick off the blocks and putting the pressure on the inside backs of England.
Michalak with a sublime first attempt at goal. What can he do here? It'll be double figures if successful. And he's missed one of his easier kicks in the tournament. A surprise. He stabbed at it, trying to steer it through.
28 points against Scotland was a record for France in Rugby World Cup. Bernard Laporte masticating. Wouldn't you like to be that little bit of gum there? He's getting a horrible workout.
Nicolas Brusque, spiral torpedo. Again, he's got to be careful this doesn't go too far, but that was well weighted. And Robertson only has to force this behind the 22 or behind the goal line, and we come back to the 22 for the drop kick restart.
Well, you'd think in these conditions, with the rain starting to get a little bit heavier, that would favour the England pack. They can keep it closer. They've got an option, plan B or plan A.
Johnson went high, lost there by England, and it was Woodman that time.
Both teams have failed to get past 3 phases, and I think that's really stifling them. Neither team being able to use any width or any of the people that can make a difference out wide.
And Chris, the pressure coming from England's scrum there, as it's been thrust and parry from both scrums so far.
Well, it must have been a decision to go with Woodman and not Lennon, whose scrummaging was great on tour.
Wilkinson. Solid running from Greenwood. Mike Catt straight to Brusque again, who was in lovely position and plenty of time to size up the touchline. So Mike Catt's kicks that came off so superbly at Suncorp, giving no pressure at all there to Brusque, who's helped himself to huge yardage.
We can see Wilkinson not taking those longer kicks, chopping and changing with Mike Catt, but Brusque won that battle.
Ben Kay, number 5. Woodman comes in. Sacking was the call there. Because there was no more formed, you can pull the player down once he's caught the ball. Ben Cohen upended. Haranourtiki. Referee spotted some offside.
Yeah,
Serge Betson.
Good call, Paddy O'Brien. They were offside the ruck before. Betson and Haranourtiki, the 6 and the 8 for France. Offside, must stay behind the last man's feet.
Really attempting to upset the ball receivers. Just firing out of the blocks a bit early.
Betson used to give so many penalties away that he was dropped from the French team, and was so distressed that he went to see a psychiatrist to correct the problem. Now he's one of the least penalised players in the French team.
Well, opportunity now for England to start getting into their patterns of play, get back to the structure, but they lose a line-out turnover.
Delalio couldn't hold on, and here's Marsh and Dominici, the stepper, caught from behind by Wilkinson. Martin Johnson coming in on the side. He was feeling the ball was out, but just a little rush of blood there from the England skipper.
You can't argue that toss. Saw the ball and went for it.
Another chance for Michalak. as France lead by 7-3.
Great line out. Supposed to go to Delalio and bounces free for Betson. It really put the